Bella Rae Seachrist died on June 9th. Detectives say she suffered from prolonged physical and mental abuse. They believe her father, stepmother, and her stepmother's sister are all responsible for her death.
I think that she just did it out of spite because, number one, that's not her baby. Number two, he had an affair. I'm disgusted. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. He always wanted sex for me to get something for our daughter.
Fear of death. It's under my nails and in my skin. I'm trying to prevail until it's breath. It takes me under any slumber which I can't escape. Take the fall as my eternal fate.
They were a normal-looking family who lived in a large, beautiful suburban home in Oakmont, Pennsylvania on 10th Street. The house appeared clean and tidy and well-organized both inside and out. The kitchen was full of kid-friendly food like macaroni and cheese and chips and candy. The bedrooms were appropriately furnished and toys were lying around for the children. A spare bedroom had been converted into a vanity dressing room for the lady of the home. In this room, she displayed her expensive makeup, sunglasses, and handbags. The home was a place of love for all the family except for one little girl. For this little girl, it would be the place where she was tortured to death. Hello, my name is Holly. Welcome to the Murder She Shed, the place we here rarely discuss true crime right from my little she shed. If you would like to hear more cases that you might not hear anywhere else, then make sure you smash that subscribe button and like button so you can find me again in this big YouTube world. And Simon. You'll want to find Simon. He's a good old gal. He's not a gal. He's a guy. Sorry, I misgendered you. I'm so sorry. Bella Rae Seachrist was born August 2016 to mom Nicole Seachrist and father Jose Salazar. In the beginning, her father Jose was not in her life because Bella was a product of an affair from Jose cheating on his living girlfriend. In early 2017, Children and Family Service filed a petition against Bella's bio mother, Nicole, because of her substance abuse issues. They alleged Bella was without proper control or care. In other words, basically it was for neglect. Bella was allowed to stay with her mom if she complied with all the court recommendations. Nicole must submit to random drug screening and keep Bella up to date with medical appointments and take care of her. By May 31st, 2017, when Bella was 9 months old, Nicole had made little progress toward her goal, so Bella was taken and put into foster care. During Bella's 6-week stay with her new foster family, she gained weight, she showed increased strength, and overall was just in really good health. On July 14, 2017, Bella was allowed to start living with her bio dad, Jose, and his girlfriend, Laura Ramirez. Laura is the woman whom Jose cheated on when Bella was conceived. From the start, it seems like this would be a bad environment for Bella to have been placed in. But because the couple had a nice home and 3 sons who seemed to be well taken care of, it was the decision that was made. Jose also had a steady job and no criminal record, and that helped. The couple's 3 sons had a bedroom on the top floor with bunk beds and a day bed. And like I said, Laura had a whole bedroom for all her designer purses, sunglasses, and cosmetics. She had all this fancy stuff that she liked to keep in one room. And I guess she just thought she deserved all that. A whole dadgum bedroom that could have been Bella's bedroom. But was she allowed her own bedroom? Absolutely not. Laura needed all that fancy room for her fancy things. Designer fancy things. And she definitely wasn't giving that room up for no bratty girl that came from an affair. It seemed from the start that Laura wanted to take her anger out on Bella for just being born. It appears she lived with the family for about a year, and then suddenly Jose took Bella to live with his big sister in North Carolina and some of his family. It does not say in the affidavit why he sent Bella to his sisters, but I'm guessing that he saw how Bella was being mistreated by his girlfriend at their home. And maybe at that point, it did bother him a little bit. Later, you'll find out it does not. Jose's sister said when Bella arrived at her home, she appeared developmentally delayed. Her feet were bruised and swollen. His sister took good care of Bella, and she thrived in this environment. Jose's sister and family just adored Bella. They said she loved to dance, eat chips, spicy chips, and play on the swings. They said she was a sweet, kind little girl, and they were sad when they had to give her back. She was even gaining weight and had no injuries when she was returned to Jose in his girlfriend's home in September 2019. Bella would only live 10 more months after being returned to these monsters. During those last 10 months, every adult failed her. Bella was isolated from the outside world. She was not enrolled in preschool or allowed to go to the doctor or even allowed outside. The family's neighbors did not even know that Bella existed or lived at the home because they only saw the couple's 3 boys playing around outside. Jose worked 6 days a week, 15 hours a day, and was only home for dinner and then bed. So Laura was the primary caretaker for all the children. And then after her sister moved into the home with the couple, she helped Laura with the children then. Her sister's name is Alexis HERRERA, and she was just 23 years old when she moved in. And apparently Laura could lead her around and influence her however she wanted. And that's exactly what she did. When Bella moved back, she was 3 years old. And her half-brothers were 11, 10, and 4 years old. While her brothers had their own room, their own bedroom, Bella slept in the hallway on a dirty cot. Although Laura was the first to start abusing Bella, she was able to egg her sister Alexis on by encouraging her to hurt Bella and take pictures and videos of the abuse. Laura's 3 boys were also encouraged to hit Bella. Laura told them, if you're annoyed, take it out on Bella. One video found on Alexis' phone on April 22nd, 2020 showed one of Bella's stepbrothers smacking her. Another taken less than a month later showed Bella sitting facing a wall as two of her half-brothers hit her. A photograph taken 5 days after that showed one of those same children choking Bella as she sat on the floor. The boys were not allowed to play with Bella, and they sometimes threw toys at her. 3-year-old Bella did not have a single toy to her name, nor was she allowed to play with any of the boys' toys. Bella was usually forced to sit on a toilet all day, every day as a form of potty training. Whenever Bella got off the toilet or even tried to get off the toilet, she was subject to physical violence by Laura, including being struck with a wooden spoon. But most often she was hit with Laura's fist or open hand to her body and face. No one in the house had any food restrictions regarding what or how much they could eat except for little Bella. And Laura kept strict control over what she was allowed to eat. The other children would be disciplined if they gave Bella any food at all. Bella was only fed 1 to 2 times per day, and that was typically a banana or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And that sandwich would be delivered by Laura and to the little girl that was most likely still sitting on that toilet. It's heartbreaking how she was treated. Every time I do one of these cases, it just blows my mind how people think of such evil things to do to children. How their mind works. How could you be that evil? I never get it. Dinner didn't occur until Jose got home late from work in the evening, and the meals were usually all home cooked. Everyone would sit at the table for dinner except for Bella. Bella would usually eat what little food she was given on the toilet in the bathroom. Bella would be forced to sit on the toilet so long that her little feet would swell and become purple and painful. The effects of the food deprivation were so extreme that Bella tried to feed and hydrate herself by extreme means, including drinking toilet water and sneaking into the kitchen for food. Jose knew Bella was being abused, but he never said anything back to Laura for abusing her. In fact, in some of the texts you're fixing to see, Jose was just as evil as her. He let her do whatever she wanted to this little girl. It was like, it's okay to take it out on her. Yeah, I feel guilty from this affair, so I'm going to let you do whatever you want to her. That's just not right. Bella was never called by her name and was referred to as chuntus, ugly, dumb, SSI, retard, hoe, animal, Ebola, crackhead, or bitch. SSI refers to Bella being supplemental security income. Because Bella would get in the fridge, this caused Laura to start restraining the little girl. for hours at a time to prevent her from trying to drink or feed herself. The daybed was used as one form of restraint. The mattress was removed from the bed and it would be faced, which I got a daybed right here, and daybeds have open fronts. So that open front would be faced against the wall, whereas Bella couldn't get out. She was stuck inside there. I mean, I guess she could if she wanted to, but she's probably too scared to. At least the times when she wasn't tied up, she could probably got out. Sometimes she was tied up to this daybed by shoelaces. And they called this daybed a chamber or cage. And then sometimes, like I said, they would tie her up to either the daybed or the staircase railing, and that would be for hours at a time. Bella was often made to stand facing a wall with her arms in the air and head tilted up, and was not permitted to put her head down or arms down for long periods of time. And that's another form of punishment. I can see how tiring that would be. That would be so tiring. She would also be made to stand in cold showers for extended periods of time as punishment for urinating on herself. But they wouldn't let her go to the bathroom. She had no choice. When you're tied up and you're restrained, what choice do you got? Then she's punished other ways because she ended up going to the bathroom on herself. Bella is sometimes gagged and blindfolded, and apparently she showed signs of abuse. Although it doesn't go into detail of what actually occurred there, Laura was charged with deviant sexual abuse because of the internal and external physical trauma to Bella's front and back area. Bella was also tied and forced to stand hunched under a shelf in a dark closet. On June 2020, Jose and Laura went out of town for their anniversary trip, and Alexis was left in charge of Bella and also the three boys. After they left, Alexa realized Bella was barely eating and lacked the physical strength to even hold herself up on that toilet she was forced to sit on, which caused her to repeatedly fall off and onto the floor. When the couple returned from their trip, Alexa told Laura how Bella had been falling and down and not acting right. Instead of expressing concern, but what did we expect, Laura became upset. She grabbed Bella from the second floor bathroom, carried her downstairs, and set her on the bottom step of the staircase. Laura yelled at Bella for falling off the toilet. She then punched Bella in her little face. Around 9 a.m. the next morning, Bella was still asleep, which is quite unusual for this little girl. Usually she'd be sitting on the toilet by that time. So Laura went and bought Bella some Pedialyte at the store. After returning from the store, Laura put Bella in the closet with the Pedialyte and with a spice heater because Bella just felt cold when she had touched her. The family ordered Chinese food for lunch, and then they went to pick it up, while little Bella was left in the closet by herself. When they returned home, Laura went upstairs to check on Bella, and she then saw brown reddish stuff around her mouth, which she assumed was vomit. Then Laura noticed Bella wasn't breathing. Laura called Jose at work, and he told her to call the ambulance. Alexa put Bella in the bathtub under a cold shower while Laura called 911. When paramedics arrived, they went in the bathroom, and they found this little girl who looked like, as they described later, a victim from a concentration camp. It was obvious to every first responder and medical care team professional that saw Bella that first time on June 9, 2020. She was severely malnourished and definitely had been abused. Although Bella was just shy of her 4th birthday at the time of her death, she only weighed 20 pounds, which is consistent with the weight of a 1-year-old little child, which my little granddaughter is not even 1 yet, and she weighs a little bit over 20 pounds. Can't imagine almost 4-year-old child weighing that. Just an insane weight for a child that old. She appeared to have bruises all over her little body, burnt cigarette marks on her body, sores on her feet, sores on her back. An hour after arriving at the hospital, Bella was pronounced dead. The medical examiner said the physical abuse was so severe and prolonged, it met the medical definition of torture. Then he said it was apparent that Bella had been starved to death not only by her weight, but through the physical condition of her little body. Her body lacked any subcutaneous fat. resulting in sunken cheekbones, pronounced ribs, hips, knees, shoulders, and backbones. Further signs of severe malnourishment were her lack of head hair and conversely hair growth on her face and back. This hair growth is called lanugo, and it occurs at the end of starvation when the body attempts to keep itself warm, when there is no longer any body fat. The ME also noted bruising and abrasions on every part of Bella's body, including her buttocks. That just blows my mind. To abuse her, most likely she used some form of instrument, and she did it maybe because she wanted to cause the little girl pain. I don't think it was, but who knows? I mean, some people get off on that other way. But apparently this woman loved torture, so I'm assuming she loved it as a form of torture. So whatever she did to this little girl, I believe it's more like a form of torture towards her. These injuries were at various stages of healing, which signified trauma inflicted over a long period of time. Bella even had old injuries to her brain and microencephaly, which is a brain underdevelopment caused by malnutrition. After going through Laura, Alexis, and Jose's phone for evidence, police found over 900 pages of messages between them discussing the torture they had put Bella through, along with pictures and videos that sealed their fates. Investigators recovered 19,000 images and 1,100 videos from the two women's phone. Many of the messages were sent when Alexis was at the Oakmont house watching Bella and Laura wasn't at home. On December 22nd, 2019, Laura wrote, "Is that ugly thing still up? Feel free to slap her around." As time wore on, the messages started to include pictures of Bella, sometimes with her hands bound by shoelaces to the spindles on the staircase or forced to stand under a shelf in the closet with her legs bound. In others, she was trapped against a wall by the daybed. Alexis sent those pictures to Laura, bragging that Bella couldn't see it because of how her legs were tied together. "If she does, it will hurt," Alexis wrote on February 21st, 2020. Laura wrote back, "You savage." On one text by Alexis, it talked about how she stuffed a sock in Bella's mouth so she couldn't scream and cry. Laura responded by saying the last time she had used paper towels to clean up Bella's urine and stuffed those in her mouth and then hit her in the face. September 13th, 2019, Laura said, "She is being rude today and I will beat her ass and give her a cold shower. I'm not in the mood for it. She's not my responsibility." To which Jose responded, "Okay." December 20th, 2019, Bella's father texts, "I can't take this on for the next year. I have to rehome that animal elsewhere. It didn't bring anything but more problems to this household." Then on January 20, 2020, Laura texts, "I hate her with a passion, and I hate you sometimes because she is your kid. It disgusts me that y'all share DNA." Jose texts, "Yeah, I know. Just a couple more days. This will be over. I know you hate me." February 5th, 2020, Laura, "What you doing?" Jose, "I was beating some ass." Laura, "I wonder why." Jose, "You still far out? If not, I can heat up tortillas." Laura, "No, here, it's trash day today." Jose, "Okay, can you put that child outside in the trash as well?" Laura, "Please do." April 4th, 2020. Laura, "Can you feed that ugly thing something nasty?" Alexa, "KK." As was common practice, Alexa sent Laura photos documenting food she gave the children. In a particular act of cruelty, Alexa sent Laura images of paper plates with pepperoni pizza, cheese sticks, and popcorn chicken that was just for the boys. This is followed by an image of Bella sitting at a table with a bowl of rice and a plastic spoon. The following exchange then takes place. Laura texts, "Was she butthurt since she didn't get pizza?" Alexis, "Yep, she was all happy talking until she saw I was serving her rice, LOL. Laura, "'Cause she thought she was going to eat that. She thought. She don't deserve that." This text was sent with a meme of a woman with tears and laughing. On May 17, 2020, while discussing picking up food, which included Chinese food, Taco Bell, Wendy's, and Starbucks for everyone except for Bella, Laura directs Alexis to make Bella oatmeal. February 24, 2020, after learning that Bella had snuck in the fridge for food, Laura texts, "Don't feed her ass tomorrow." Alexis responded, okay, I won't. February 12, 2020, after Bella was able to escape after being restrained. Alexis texts, she got out again. Laura, where's she at? Alexis. She came upstairs. Laura, where though? Alexis, restroom. Laura, to do what? Alexis. We back downstairs playing. I made her nosebleed. Laura, good, I'm gonna beat her. Alexis then sends Laura a 4-minute long video that depicts Bella positioned against the stairwell with one leg up and horizontally on a step. Bella stands in this position with her hands up on top of her head. Alexis is seen walking by Bella into another room, making Bella stay in that position for an extended period of time. The next day, on February 13, 2020, Laura sends an image to Alexis. Bella is again restrained in what Laura refers to as the cage, in other words, the daybed. In this image, Bella is facing the wall with her head down while bound at her wrists with her hands up against the wall. Her feet are also bound at the ankles, while she stands on the metal grating system of the daybed. No mattress, she's just standing on the metal part. You know how uncomfortable that would be for her little bare feet to be standing there, tied up, and she couldn't even move. On February 21st, 2020, Alexis sends an image to Laura of Bella in a closet. Bella's arms are behind her back. Her face is down, and one leg is bent at the knee with ligatures tied around her little legs just above the knee. The text begins with Laura. You do that? Alexis. Yes, ma'am. Laura. LOL. Did you make it so she can't lie? Alexis. Yes, ma'am. Laura. LOL. Alexis. She mad. Laura. Why? 'Cause she can't see it or 'cause she's in there? Alexis. Both, I think. And her legs tied together where she can't see it. If she does, it will hurt. Laura. You savage. April 12th, 2020. Laura. Well, guess what? It's not going to work. I don't give an F about that little stupid ass bitch. She's made it over 8 months. Alexis, for real, if anything, she's going to be the death of you, not her. It seemed like by these texts, they were wanting little Bella to die. They got their wish because 2 months after this text, Bella was dead. When police searched their home, it appeared as if Bella did not even exist. She had no room, no toys, and there was not a single picture of her inside this home. Only sign of her existence was a dirty cot and some clothing that was stained with blood and feces. Jose was sentenced to 33 to 66 years in prison. Laura was given life for first-degree murder with no chance of parole. Her sister Alexis was just sentenced a few days ago and also received life without parole. The judge also said during sentencing that this is one of the most disturbing, horrific, troubling cases the court has ever seen or presided over. What happened to that defenseless, scared, tortured 3-year-old child in the house is beyond shocking and horrific. May you finally rest in peace, little Bella Rae. I hope you're finally getting a home in heaven that you didn't get here on earth. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a great week and a great weekend, I guess, by the time I get this out. And I love each and every one of y'all. And now I have to quickly go in because my little granddaughter woke up. She actually woke up while I was recording this, and I tried to film with her in the she shed. That did not work out. She's way too noisy. So my husband's agreed to watch her for a few minutes, but he has some other work to do, so I got to go back in and watch her again. So I'm going to end this quickly. But I might add on the end the dogs. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Moo-moo. Wasn't a dog, was it? We could do a dog. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a Simon, E-I-E-O. With an E here and E there. There, E, there, E, E. Is that how Simon sounds? Dickory, dickory, dock. A mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck when the mouse ran down. And Simon wouldn't be nice. Girlfriend, wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, Round and round the wheels on the bus go round and round. All through the town, the end. Max can't be still, can he? We're both getting a licking. We're both getting a licking. Keep on ticking. Quit licking us. Stop it. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.